Greetings, YouTube. I find this topic so interesting to talk about. I find it fascinating that we are just, Lord knows, maybe a couple months away, maybe less than that, maybe more, from what has been coded into the game now for over a month. And that's 7 stars. Now, yes, currently all of us, no matter how many shards we have 0. And it is another video topic for another time to debate whether we think that 7-star crystals are even going to be 10,000 7-star shards, because maybe the conspiracy theorist in me thinks that the reason why they're giving us the ability to save up 7-star shards for multiple months is so it's easier for us to justify the outrage, or maybe damper the collective outrage, if you will, when we realize, it turns out that the, in this case, 43,000 7-star shards can only afford 3 7-star crystals. Hopefully that wouldn't be the case. Hopefully it wouldn't be the case where it's less than 3, because suddenly 7-star crystals cost 15,000 7-star shards. I don't know. That would certainly be a way to flood the market with demand, but that would also turn off a lot of players. And yet, the last time we saw a crystal price that was new, it was the 6-star dual class crystal, which for the first time ever was the super, super low price of 12,500, which I say super low sarcastically because a 25% increase in that crystal price was not what the community had in mind. This is also the time of which Kabam still wants us, and maybe many of you are purchasing these Thronebreaker relic crystals for 250 units apiece, when it is a Thronebreaker relic crystal for Grandmaster stars. Now, I know they're relics, but we are hunting 5-star relics as the top relic in the game right now. And unless you get a 5-star, a lot of 3 stars and even 4-star relics just don't do a whole lot. They're not game-changing to the point. And Kabam Jacks talked about this week how that was done by design because they didn't want people to feel screwed over if they chose not to use relics. And I appreciate that on one hand. But if that's the case, you also can't put out a post that says that it is the biggest thing to ever happen to the game when clearly at least the initial rollout is fairly mute. But I have this one notification here, and I waited until this video to claim it because it is one of 2 questions I received today about the exact same thing. This is a free, yes, free 5-star mojo. Something that, had it been an early access bundle back in the day, would have cost you, plus of course the Cavalier Nexus crystals and the boosts and the 6-star shards, $50. But we got a free one. Now, to be clear, I think that's awesome, and there are plenty of players out there who could use a free 5-star mojo. Maybe even he'll help them clear content. You never know. Probably not, but you never know. Between that and the first day of the Platinum track, for certain progression levels, really Paragon, Thronebreaker, and Cavalier, being able to choose a 5-star selector for free. Kabam is saying, look, we know Ascension details are going to be here in X amount of time, and we are looking forward to talking about them. But in the meantime, it is worth noting that 5 stars are free for a reason. And that is, we're phasing them out champion-wise, even though relics remain 5 stars at the peak, which again, just is a weird thing to talk about, especially psychologically. But we're phasing them out because we're moving in the real Thronebreaker crystal, which I still believe should, though I'll believe it when I see it, not include 3 stars. If you're talking about 7-star crystals and the hope of what those will actually look like, let's say this thing, which it won't be, is a 7-star. Well, instead of a 40% drop rate for 3 stars, it'll have a 40% drop rate for 4 stars. And then I don't know if it'll be 31. It won't be 31% for a 5-star, 19 for a 6-star. It's probably going to be more like, 30 for a 5-star and 10 for a 6-star. Even that seems too high. And less than 1% for a 7-star, because that's how regular Cavalier crystals started before those drop rates got buffed, and they want to control that for even the biggest of whales at the beginning. So if you're contacting me saying, Prof, why are 5-stars suddenly becoming so free? Why is this the case? And this also, by the way, includes the monthly event quest, which we have seen for a couple months now, where the uncollected difficulty will get a free 5-star upon exploration. But keep in mind that if it's a Taskmaster or like a Captain America or a Daredevil, or somebody who's like okay but not great, it's not the motivation. That's not a 5-star Hercules, right? And there's a reason behind it. So all that's to say, Kabam is moving psychologically us to view 5-stars now as when we would get free 4-stars for years, because 7-stars will be the new 6-stars. And that is the pattern of behavior that I see in this game and wanted to make a video on for this video. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.